Now we are stuck with the president under whom Beke mixed veg get 30 rand. Chake get 100 rand. The time inside the pisnian at 2. Imagine. No guys, I was just playing, okay? I just wanted to know what it feels like to have like your eyes full of money. Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel that is DIY with Nkimzi and I am your host with the most, that is Timi Mahlangu. Thank you so much for tuning in, and today basically we will be covering how to stay afloat in Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa's economy.
Alright, this is it, people. Let's move. Let's go, 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 go.
I know it's been 2 weeks since I last had content. It's because of the death of Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace to Black Mamba, guys. If anyone knows, you know I'm a big basketball fan. Kobe was my world, you know, so is the likes of LeBron and Timmy D. Not so much Jordan, but not that he's not great, he's just not my people, okay? Kobe was my world. I stand Kobe, I lived for Kobe, I breathed Kobe. So Shem, I don't want to lie, like his death took me to a very dark place. I know it's like super corny, no, I didn't know the man personally. I don't have to know the man personally. Some people are just great, you know. Even if some people like bring up his flaws and his rape cases or what, we all have made mistakes, we all have done things we wish the world could forget, but unfortunately that's not how the world works, okay? So that's just my 2 cents on it. I'm not saying what he did was right or not right, I'm just saying I understand, okay? Life just happens to the best of us. Sometimes you work as hard and as best as you can, but still life will come at you sideways, okay? So I don't wanna lie, Kobe was like a big part of my life. I love basketball, so I needed to like get myself into like a better space to give you guys the best content I can give you, okay? So now I'm amped, I'm fine, I just need them to bury him, maybe I'll be okay. But yes, let's get on with this channel. Guys, so alas, we move. Non-interest, body report rate, what Nasdaq is doing, what's not doing. No one cares. I'm just here to discuss everything that we can do to just stay afloat, to survive in this economy. You know, I call cute. Minimum wage is 3,500. Some people earn way less than that. Some people, le broku, le the student, you don't know how to get by. Okay, so today is more about like talking or discussing some of the things I do just to save a bit of money, if not just for a rainy day, you know, just to have a comfortable nest egg. You know, I'm not going to be like talking all BS that both save money, you know. It's so easy for us to be like, oh, why don't you save money? People don't have money to save, you know. That's the first problem, okay? So I'm not going to be on that bandwagon. I'll just be discussing, you know, things we can do just for you to have extra money to even save in the first place, or oyako Cubana or Agadi Beve. I don't know what you guys do with your money, I don't care. But that's basically what I'm going to be doing today. Everything that is practical, that we can implement at our homes if we are disciplined enough to have an extra bit of cash, okay? I think anyone and everyone that like knows me very well knows that I'm a notorious cheapskate. Not necessarily cheapskate, but I'm like very, very frugal with money. Okay, so I wouldn't lead you astray. I wouldn't tell you to do things that I don't personally do. So I hope you enjoy these tips. If you have any financial questions, I will not be going deeper than I am today. I'm just keeping it very superficial. If you have any other financial questions, not that I'm an expert, but I think I'm relatively good with money. I think my bank account will tell you so as well. I'm very frugal. So if you have any questions, please just comment below and I'll just tell you anything and everything. If you want to file inbox, I will tell you. Let's all eat, let's all be great. Yes, so let's get started. Bazalwan, I need everybody to testify. Okay, tip number 1. Okay, my favorite Bible, just by the way. Tip number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Abantu bazothini. Ladies and gentlemen, can we stay in our lanes? Please, 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 guys. If you are earning 1,000 rand, stop living lifestyle. Yeah, someone who earns 100,000 rand a month. You know, the next thing you're in debt, you're just salary. We enjoy, guys. Stay in your lane. I know sometimes we have pressures like we want bigger cars, bigger houses, you know, the vacations, Do what you can with what you have. Constantly remind yourself, I'm doing this for me. I have a bigger purpose for my money. Like, have those financial objectives. Like, you need to constantly, for you to not get sucked into the pressures of the world, the materialistic things of the world, you need to constantly remind yourself, like, what are my visions? What are my plans for myself? How do I want to, like, raise myself? How do I want to better myself, my family, my community, whatever is close to you? You need to get to that stage of, this is my goal, these are my goals, these are my hopes, these are my dreams. I must not deviate from them. Unless the materialistic things of the world are your plans, go for it, you know. But stay in your lane, ladies and gentlemen. Hosna chelete, ubuwe, tell your friends, I can't do this. Akina chelete, I can't go to, you know, we go coconut or wherever you guys groove, or taboo. I cannot. Akina chelete. And if really you feel like you are surrounded by people who you tell, I'm not financially okay, and they judge you, clearly you're with the wrong type of crowd. You must be able to express yourself. I'm not having a good month, not having a good day, not having a good week, and they should be matured enough to understand, you know. They must be mature enough to understand. So if you are surrounded by people, be it family or friends, especially friends, that you tell that, hey, I'm in a financial pickle, I can't go out, I can't do da, and they judge you for it, my guy, get yourself some new friends. So that's the first thing I wanted to discuss. Stay in your lane. Can I get an amen, Bazalwane? Amen. Tip number 2, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds stupid. I don't know why people don't do these things. Like, you hear the same advice every day and you still don't follow it. The second advice I have for you, buy in bulk. Literally, it's that easy. Buy in bulk. There's more macro, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh, macro is not accessible. You have no excuse. King Kong, bateng, jumbo, bateng. There's like a lot of wholesalers. Go buy in bulk, ladies and gentlemen. It saves a lot of money. I normally hear excuses like, oh, it's expensive buying and eating and living and surviving, especially if you live alone. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been living alone for the past almost 7-8 years. I've been buying in bulk. It saves me a huge chunk of money. Oh, I cannot overemphasize this. The only thing about bulks that I have to like warn people against is you always have that sense of relaxation, like, hey, I have so much of this, you know. Then the next thing, the next thing, it's in the morning, you're out of roll-ons because you're so accustomed to them being around. That's the only thing, that's the only disadvantage that comes with bulks, being basically things sometimes they finish and you're not even aware that they're done, okay?
Number 3.
Buy generics, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you can, okay? So if the supermarket has its own little brand, opt for that as opposed to like the known popular brands that we normally see on TV and encounters. Okay, that saves a lot of money. I'm not saying that everything must be bought in generics, but a lot of people are just like, you will not save money if you do not buy generics, ladies and gentlemen. Popular brands are expensive, you know. If it needs be, tell yourself every time you go to the store that you're only choosing 2 popular brands and then the rest are like generics. I know the ones I cannot compromise on, and I do not compromise on them because I've tried the generics and they're very awful. Get baked beans, no, can't, as well as sweet chili sauce. But now I found like a really nice generic that's like super affordable as opposed to the popular brand I used to have. But if you tell yourself like, I'm only buying 2 popular brands and then the rest I make it a point to like buy a brand or give a brand that is cheaper a try, you will actually save so much money. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's do try generics. You know, say no, you don't want it based on the fact that you've tried the generic and it's not doing the things for you. A lot of us have the thing of, oh, I don't like something, and then you ask someone, have you tried this before? They're like, no. So what's with the attitude? Why are you listening? Like, are you trying to save money or not? You see, so buy generics.
Number 4.
Leave or minimize your expensive habits. Oh my word, yo guys, no. Can we discuss expensive habits? Can we start with both cigarettes? Some of you are literally smoking like a packet a day. Is a packet of cigarettes not 40 rand, guys? How much have you spent in a week? How much have you spent in 10 days? So in 10 days you've spent 400 rand, meaning in a 30-day month you've spent 1,200 rand on cigarettes. I'm not saying you must stop your habits. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do. But I mean, imagine 1,200 times that by 12. At least by October you've basically spent like 12,000 rand. I mean, guys, really. Imagine how much or all the things you could have done with 12,000 rand. I'm not saying you must leave the things you like. I'm saying let's work towards minimizing them, especially if it's things ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can work towards more. Okay, since while I smoke a packet of cigarettes, let me go down to maybe 5 cigarettes a day. Then eventually we go to 3 cigarettes. Eventually it will maybe be 1 a day, or like 3 times a day, or after every meal I'll have like a cigarette. Some of you things I can't pronounce. Do you understand? Of which I'm not saying people don't have alcohol. Life is too hard to not be opening our throats. But somewhere, somehow, if you feel that every weekend you're drinking or every day you're drinking, it's a, hey, let me minimize the amount that I'm taking in. Because if you actually sit down and you go through like your receipts and your financials and you see how much money you've wasted on like expensive habits, you'd be shocked. And if you especially had to think about all the things you wanted to do with that money, like pressing issues like black tax or going back to school, kamo ena wa twiza, kamo you earn 1,000 rand, maro batla manicure le pedicure. Guys, let's pick our struggles, please. Pick your struggles.
Number 5.
Actually putting a smile on my face. Shop for sales. Sales, guys, sales. You must actively subscribe to every store that you like. Guys, you must live for sales because you get more bang for your buck. You know, you must be disciplined enough that sometimes, like I personally, my wardrobe is massive. I won't even be humble about it, but that's because half of the time I'm shopping for like sales. So I make it a point like January, I always have money for sales. Mid-season, sales. End of seasons, sales. Those are the times. Not even Black Friday. Black Friday is childish, ladies and gentlemen. Ask me, ask the sale queen. Guys, actively look for sales. Lehaule broku, buy things because it's a sale. God, I cannot overemphasize the power of sales. Take a taxi or you go Osbro. It's a sale, guys. You don't even have to ask more questions. Like, it's a sale. Go running, you know. So, like, guys, I love sales. Like, they speak to me on a spiritual level. Guys, live for sales. Avoid buy. I know sometimes it's like, oh my word, it's a cute jacket. Do you know how it feels like knowing there's a 2,000 rand jacket and you're like, if I wait one more month, I'm going to get this jacket for 400 rand. Guys, dim loyal. I'm that girl. Like, I won't even hide it. Like, oh yes. So make it a point to, guys, look for sales. Guys,
I am fucking raging.